Been a nightmare this setting this up, hasn't it? Oh no. Are we live? Are we, William? Right, well it's not gonna be a very long one anyway, so um so you'll just have to let me know if anyone's question. No. Second. Oh god. Right, so evening everyone. A bit later than normal. So just want to go over, it's not a very long one today. I know people have been asking me to do start doing another set of what they call PDFs for this strategy here. This key level one. I haven't had a lot of time to do it over the last week or so. Super busy. But I will do it as soon as possible, or as soon as I get some time. David's just said his internet's down. So today, then, I just want to go over. It's not going to be super massively showing you new stuff. I've got a few new things that I'm looking at and I've been working on. I will be showing it in this video, but obviously it won't be anything like what you could use straight away. It'd be something you could look at and think about. I've got an example on the BTC of what I'm looking at, and it's not using TradingView. Well, it's using TradingView as marking out your charts, and it's using another site to confirm your areas. So, first of all, I'll just want to go over recent long trade that is it. And I don't really trade these coins, but it's using a higher time frame. So if I put this on 4-hour chart, so this is on Doge. Obviously, it's just a run through of the strategy that obviously the people already know about the strategy. But for those who don't, there's it's in David's Discord. I have my own channel there. So it's the same, but obviously using the 4-hour and the 1-hour. So this one's on Doge, and the reason I don't really trade it on Doge is because you see all these massive, and it's just a bit too much for me. You could just be fighting a losing battle, trying to get. But this one worked pretty good. It's just a little run through of how I did it, how you do it. So if you zoom out on the 4-hour, we're now in bearish 4-hour trend was, and I'm just trying to show you how easy, simple way of how to get in with the strategy. So I've marked out here the last up movement. and so you just fetch your bar across. So you'd expect it to come here. So through the structure in, you could even say that that is straight up, because this high didn't break this high, so normally you would, that's one there straight up. But for the purpose of this, we'll do it. So obviously what I've done then is fibbed the breakout wave on the 4 hours. Obviously there's no imbalances here. There's a tiny little one here, but you know, it's been touched candle. So we start from there to there, and obviously in an uptrend it's the last candle, down candle, and in an uptrend it's the downtrend is the last. So just like a bit like order books. So that's the candle I've marked out as an IC. So that's your point of interest on your buy 4 hour. Just look at this so I can keep it as clear as I can. So once you get in, as I said before, once you get in these decision candles, you wouldn't have counted them. When you get these, say that that's going to be the highest tip, and obviously this is going to be the retrace. So we've already got the 4 hour buy, so it comes back in to touch it. So if I put this back in the chart, and you watch this on the, so as soon as we touch, we watch the pullback in the 1 hour, because we was in the 4 hour, the POI 4 hour. So once we've hit it, we mark out the recent high before hit the POI, and that then becomes your break on the hourly. Waiting for price to break this with 2 candle closes above it. I have a massive candle here, then another candle close. We've got multiple. We've got 4 closes above it. Obviously, these are bearish. They're still closes, but they're bearish. And this candle here is massive, and it took 3 candles just to try and pull this candle. So, we've broke there. We know we've broke there. So as soon as you see these 2 candles here, these bearish candles, you know then that this is the structure in the 1 hour's time frame. So, and obviously this is just like a little range. We never broke. It's just your little range. So we can then obviously fib to find our Y in the 1 hour. Obviously, as you can see, the Y in the 1 hour is super small. Well, not super small, but it's to the 4 hour is massive. So you can enter then just above the interest, stop loss just below, and targeting highs just below. And take money off the trade, or you can follow it. So once you're in the trade, and this is the indicator I've shared in the group with these triangles. So once it's come down here, and it's got higher volume here, and it's got high volume when it's touched your POI. And you can see here we've been pushing down, but then we can see that buying pressure is back in. If you look, um, on the group volume, let's just save. Yeah, group volume is increasing, which is what you want to see when it's coming towards a POI, showing that that the sellers are running out of steam as you come into your POI. So once you've set your in target recent highs, and obviously this would be trade. It's an 11, but when you're in the trade, if you're wanting to follow the trade, obviously you can just keep marking your structure out. As you can see, we if you're just marking every level out, you can see we're continuing. 1 second. See, we're continuing every time, and you can see there's no breaks being made. So we're hitting continue, so we can keep going at that. Now, if you're following the trade, I mean, you didn't have to collect there, but let's just say if you stopped your most recent high, you've got to see this one you're targeting. But as you can see, you can keep following the market. This when it's come down here, comes to touch. Look here, obviously we've got a break there. So then we can mark this out as the key level. So now you're following the trade. You're in on the institutional candle. Now you can follow the trade with. So once you've broke back up after you've hit the POI and you're in the trade. So this is your break, obviously. So now you're continuing. So once it's come back down, obviously your trades here, your stop losses there. When you get this break, every time a high gets broken, you can just mark out the structure, your BOSs. We're waiting every time. We're waiting for valid breaks. So it's 2 candle closes above, 2, 3. There's quite a few more, but what 3 solid closes above. And same again, you've marked this high out because that's the high that one reached to. And you've got 2 massive candles closed above. You get your pullback, which could mark this as once it bounces and you see these 3 candles, you can safely say this would be the break of structure line. But as you can see, we've hit the key level once, twice, 3 times, and carried on going. So making this a valid key level. So at that time, you can move your stop loss on this trade. Probably move it to underneath this key level. Just so you can either move to break even or you can move to under the key level.
Sorry, Scopes. I just wanted to ask, because I'm new to smart money. Are they Fibonacci levels you've got pulled out there?
Where's that? Sorry, these.
Yeah, those ones.
That's my fibs. Yeah, that's my. Obviously, we're always aiming at a retracement into the 60%.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
So, as I was saying, obviously now you've been entered in your POI. You've got the 4-hour POI touch. You've got the hourly break. Found your institutional candle on the 1 hour. It's small, so volume's decreasing, which is a good sign. And then you get these triangles underneath. I've shared this indicator, as I said before. You get the triangles underneath saying high volume. It don't matter whether the bearish candles or bullish, it'll always the triangles are always underneath. So it's a good sign. Your entry is just above the POI, stop loss just below. Second, just one. So now you can move, like I said, you can move now. You've broke structure here and you're carrying on now CTSing. So just pull this away for a second so it's clearer. So now you're in the trade. As I say, you can move your stop loss to underneath this key level. Now you could move your stop loss underneath lows, but as you can see here, the key level is a safer area. You're still in profit, but it's nothing major. It'll cover your fees, maybe. If you are going to be following it up and putting your stop loss just underneath here, then you've got chance of, which is obviously, it's not, to me, it's not a valid break because there is two bearish candle closes below it, but you've got a key level here and you're just flirting around with this area. I mean, it was being super safe if you would have took your profit there. Still a 9.3 risk to reward. It's a recent high, but me, that's the high I want to be aiming for. Before it came back down to touch the peak. So you can see that stuff like this happens, and obviously with these coins, I mean, look at the size of wicks. So for me, I wouldn't. This is a valid break, but my stop losses underneath the key level, I'm not going to be stopped out this trade by just putting it straight. So, I mean, if you would have still got a decent half decent trade. It's still 6% win, which is still a 5 risk to reward. But you're not giving your trade, if you want to be safe, you can do it, but you're not giving your trade enough room to breathe, really, because if you're putting your stop loss just there, everybody will put their stop losses just under. So that's the reason I was. Now, if my stop loss is under there and it breaks that key level, to me, that means there's more chance of it, since it's broke this to the down, there's more chance of it then changing trend back to the down. Anytime a key level gets broken, you're most likely, nothing's guaranteed, but you're most likely looking at the direction. So what I normally see is when you hit this, bounce up, bounce below, you come back, retest it. So this is why I just try and give my trades a bit more. And I'll show you some examples on my Forex in a bit. But all in all, a very good trade with 14% win and 11.6 risk to reward. So now, most recent action is I would be still in this trade, which I wouldn't be. I'm not going to say I would have holded this, and I would have more than likely collected just underneath this high. It's safe that way. But a lot of people hold on to the trades, and I'm just showing you is to do it. So now I'm following this trade, and I don't put these lines on to. I don't put these lines on normally. This is just what I'm putting on to show people. So you're following this, and then obviously this would be now the break of structure. Structure on. So now that's the break of structure on the hour. Now you can start again. So we've still got this key level, and bearing in mind, breaks it, retest it. As you can see, perfectly. Breaks it, retest, tries to go retest, and then massive. So they just work a bit like breaker block. You can see the first time it hits it, and from this first time it hits it, obviously you've got orders there because it comes down, touches it, and immediate reaction, which there's more buyers in this candle. There's more buyers than sellers. You can see by the size of the wick what's put up to the body of bears. And then come back down to test it again. Just trying to. What a lot of times you see is about retests. So we've got this break of structure now. So what I do now is there's other examples. So, and this is on Doge. So I don't really trade a lot of other coins. I used to, but there's just too much going on. So this break of structure line, I wouldn't have counted this as a break. There's two candle closes below it, but there's nothing major compared to this break. There's massive candles. That's a real break. So you could be confident in trading this key level straight from there, straight to the recent high. So, I mean, if you're following this trade, you've broke here, but you're targeting already there. You've got this key level. Could have easily done a trade, and I don't see them all. Could have easily done another trade. It's just below, targeting high again. Bigger stop loss this time, but also another win, 4.7, and that's all come from your institutional candles. So that's how you could actually use this key level and POI together. Just check here this from. So now what I'll do is, what I would do is obviously this imbalance here, which is shown on my indicator as a blue side. To me, this has already been gated. I know there's still a bit to be able to fill, but it's already been. So what I do now then is, this one's been no more. There was an imbalance here, but this pull up filled that imbalance. Got a little tiny one here, but I wouldn't count that. So what I would do now is actually break a structure wave. So it's here, down. There's imbalances here. It's been filled a bit. Balance there. Small imbalances there. There's still. What I would do is be then my fib from there to there. So now you can see these green candles, multiple candles straight from this low. So there's your break. So now you could be confident this is now You. This is your. Yeah, you could do this one. How you wanna play it, but because there's imbalance left here, which is pretty large to field, I would be looking at candle in that area. Looking for the last bullish candle at 61.8, 80% fib level. And for me, there is a key level there. So mark out something like that. That would be the key level and the POI area. You have to drop time frames because there's a nice candle there, but it marries up with the key. So now I would be for price there. Depends how you want to do it. Classing this as the level, then you could easily then from key level to there. There's an imbalance here. There's some wicks here, so in a lower time frame. Okay, let's try the 15 minutes. And you can see there's I wouldn't class them as anything I would really take. I mean, you could potentially see this bounce up to around this area and then come back down to continue, but that's not clear enough. So for me to trade this, I would expect some sort of, obviously if it goes down from now, if it goes down and breaks that CTS, then obviously it'll be a re-evaluation. But as it stands now, the price, I'd be wanting it to come into this area, and then I'd take a trade if it to that. I'd probably take a trade off of this. Goes back down re-evaluation. That's just a quick run through of how I dealt with how I deal with Australia. So if we look at ADA, I have this. So as we can see, this was a trade. This was a trade. This was a trade. But I'll go over it in a second. So these with no writing on, these are a lower time frame key level. It's the same as the lower time core. So then obviously I marked this out as a break. It's low. This one, sorry. I marked that out as a break, and obviously fibbed from here. We're not in the hourly at the minute, but I mean, yeah, I fibbed from here to here. Found a candle here in a lower time frame. Yeah, there it is. So obviously there wasn't a clear one in the minutes. Obviously it says 15 minutes, but that's all I've got as a template. And I marked this candle out as what I was going to use for the entry. Now you can see entered me in perfectly, and for me this trade, and I did the same on BTC. I did, and in my head I think we're going right down on BTC. So in my head I loaded up a higher time frame on this chart, and if you look, the risk to reward on this is 50.63. I mean, I would follow the trade and see if, obviously this is the final TP where I would want it to go, where I'm thinking it might go. But obviously, when you're in a trade, anything can happen. So if I'm seeing any reversal signs, any breaker structure back up to the up, I mean, just by looking, this to me looks like a bit of a warning sign, because we've got hit, 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 hit. So normally, when you see things like that, it could bounce really fast and just go straight up. But however, this trade was stopped at level. Instead of giving my just moving to break even, and it's happened to me on 3 other trades as well on Forex. You can see this black line here. This is where I put my stop loss just above there. I've seen these red candles, and I thought, well, that's the end of. So, I mean, it doesn't always work, but I was still in profit. And yeah, it just stopped me out. But then what happened straight after? So, bit of hard luck that was for me. Yeah. See, if I would have carried on following this, so I didn't follow it like I would. I didn't follow this like I was just in the trade, and because I've been so busy, I didn't follow it like I normally do. So what I would have normally done is do that. That's another continue. So then what I would have done is fibbed there, and as you can see, they work out pretty good. But obviously, I've been busy, so I just literally put my stop. I should have literally done exactly as would normally do. And now, if my stop loss would have been at break even from this break, then I did this fib. This is all I had to do. Done the fib, found this candle, and thought, right, if price comes back up and breaks this area, I'm at break even anyway, so I've got no risk in the trade, obviously only fees. But if it breaks this area strongly, or if it breaks it and then wicks and then comes back down, I would have been happy to stay in that trade. Would have given me confirmation, but as you can see, touched an area what I would have traded anyway, but because I have my stop loss above this high, just killed me. Obviously, it just killed me. And you can see there's a candle here on the 15-minute as well, bit bigger, and you see it's not as clean as the 5-minute, but you can see what I mean. And if I didn't get in on this trade and I was following this market, obviously I've fibbed this area from this break as per the rules. I found this candle here. So what I do then is I either enter just below, stop loss just above, or fib this area, entry just below the 30 level, just below the 30 level, stop loss just above, and obviously and waited for something like this to give you warning signs so you can be out. But as you can see, 920 are what it is. Just a bit. To be fair, I'm not even bothered that I got subbed out, but if I would have just used my brains and not been in a rush, I would have still been in the trade, and it would have been, well, it would have been up a lot. So the target that I had in mind for this is 29.90. The reason I've got 29.90 is go back and see 29.90. Where are we? 90. You can see we've got massive imbalance, imbalance quite a lot. But this is the area where I would watch it. I'd keep following the trade, obviously, for any reversal signs or anything that's weakening. But this is where I would think we could pull back to, with BTC flying right down as well. Same happened to me on BTC as well. But my targets for BTC are still at the same area. But yeah, like I say, stopped me out and didn't get back in at this level when really I didn't look. So we go on to same with BTC. We was here. We was around this area. Pointing at now. It was around here, and I put this drawing my channel. I literally this entry in. I'll just quickly oh, what have I done here? I'll just quickly that's what I put in. Sorry, we were a bit further than I said. Obviously, like I said in that Cardano trade, key level, when it gets broken, it gets tested. Obviously becomes a bearish one, break a block. But I put this in miles before, and I said, everybody considering this, and that's what I thought would happen. So I set a limit order below, stop loss just above. Now this did go down to, the news came, and I'll show you again in a second. Here we go, look. Literally, it came into the area before, this was like the night before any of this happened, and then this was the next day. Came in, touched just, put me in the trade, and when we got to here, I was probably, I think, 120 or 150% up. I was thinking about pulling it off because it was news, but I didn't end up doing it. And as you can see, it came back up, wicked me out by a tiny bit. Well, not like it's a tiny wick, but it wicked me out. And then looks what's happened. Just my luck. But this again is key levels combined with the POI strategy. So I've got the key levels and I've got the POI strat as well. Just showing you it how it works. And it's pretty solid, really, to be fair. So now I want to go over my I've been trading Forex now. I started on the 18th of January. I've never ever traded Forex before. I did a lot of research over the last couple of months to start trading it. Like, obviously, slippage, everything really. I did all the basic stuff just to start trading Forex because it's a different market. And So the 18th of January I started, and now we're on the 10th of February. I've had 22 trades. I've had there's no fees on trading 2-on-2, so I've had 4 break evens, but obviously we're not going to count them because there's no fees. It didn't cost me anything to open them. It was literally 0-0, so we'll not count them. So if we say 18 trades, I've got 2 open, so that's 20 trades. I've lost 12 and I've won 6, and I've got 2 open that are massively, not massively in profit, but they're in profit. So obviously the win rate from the 18th of January is 50%, and my account at this moment is 10% up. If my other 2 trades win, which I'll show you in a second, if my other 2 trades win, then I will be 32% up on my account since the 18th of January. And that is by using key levels and the point of interest, the double order block, whatever. So obviously from starting from the 18th of January to now, I've got 10%. If my other 2 trades win, 32%. And that's a gain on account in like a matter of probably 20 days or something. So it's pretty good. But Forex moves a lot differently. And I'm only trading the main 7 pairs, and I've got a couple of stocks here and but you can see that my trades, I'm still targeting key levels and that, but you can see that some of my trades are absolutely bang on, and that is just by using, like I say, key levels and POIs. So if you're trading it, I've literally started. I know 22 trades is not a lot to go off, but that's exactly how many trades I've had, and I've got a 50% win rate and 10% gain on account with 2 open, which will put me 32% gain on account if they win. But it moves quite a bit differently to crypto, which is all I've been used to. But still, it's pretty solid. So obviously, this is the strats that I've been showing, and the POI strat, and obviously now just introducing this key level with volume analysis. You can see that they're pretty powerful together, and obviously these Forex they take a lot longer to fill the full order. So I have lost quite a few, but this was a key level and a POI, so I am still mixing. Still mixing the 2 strats together. The reason it's a POI as well is because we've got imbalance there and imbalance there. So for me, I'm fibbing from there to there, and obviously that's the last candle there. So it's the last bullish candle in a down movement. See, I've marked it out. This trade here, I think we hit something here. I don't mark my charts out like so they're all cluttered. I mean, I try to keep them clean, but because I show people things, I have to put quite a bit of information on my charts. But I just like my charts like amenable like this. This is a trade. This is one of my last losing trades on that coin. Now I'm in this one. Sorry, I'm in free trade. Sorry, I'm in this one. Now, this is a bit funny for me because this is a level what I would consider break. Like, go again. This was a key level. Touch once, came down to try and touch it. Came down again, came down, had a little reaction, and then it broke through it. And then what I said with the key level, breaks through it, comes back, retests it perfect, bang. And this is how I got into this. So it broke it, set my limit order just below. stop loss just above, and it's put me in the trade, and this is where. So same again. Didn't get in this trade. Didn't come back up. It hasn't retested this. It hasn't come back up to hit this POI. So this is what's been on the chart for quite a while. I have a limit order there. If it hits, it hits it. First, another one there that I lost, thinking that we're going to get down to this key level and just exit just before it entered my long. Obviously, I had other ideas. This is one that's just literally just completed for me. It's just one. It's only a 5.6 R&R, but still a win and still decent. Still puts decent gain on account. So this is the long that I've been waiting for quite a while, because we've got this breaker structure on the hourly. And obviously, if I would have set my order just above, it would have put me in, but I've got it set at just above the 30, just above the 30 level fib on that actual POI box. So I'm just waiting for that long to fill. If it fails, I'm still up on my account. I'm not too fussed. It's all part of probability. What's this? This is another one I'm in. And I've been in this since right up here. I got in from the key level, and the exact spot where I put in is where I've marked on chart. And I went into a lower time frame and I got that entry. We're nearly at my TP. Well, not nearly, but wasn't far away from a TP. But it was inevitable that we were coming down to fill this imbalance anyway. So that made me more confident in taking that trade. But I'm still in it now. I mean, it's rose up, and you could say we've had a break of this level back to the up. But while ever there's a key level and a POI, the sell. I mean, as you can see, it's come on to my POI and it's had a reaction, not a massive reaction, because say Forex moves a bit differently too. So you can see all these wicks, so buyers and sellers arguing at the same time. Hits a POI. The reason the reason I'm not out of the trade is because of these two levels here, and we've not broke anything major. This is an internal break. For me, it's this break, what I would be looking at, and down here. So anything in between them two, I mean, I will follow the market, and if I can see an opportunity to get out or an opportunity to stay in, I'll stay. So in that POI and having a reaction that gave me to stay in. The stop loss on this one is also a break even. So there's no fees on trading 212, so I'm literally not losing a penny. Break evens. But I'm still in this one also. And this is another one I'm still in, so close to hitting my TP. This one's a 9 risk to reward. Same thing again. Key level entry. And this has been to this level here. That has put me to, when it did hit that point, that put me to around 12% gain on account, just that one move. So pretty good move. Again, we've got a POI for a sell. While ever we're above it and we've not broke it, I'm still staying in the trade. The reason I've got the TP there is because they're massive imbalance, and if you do you see we've got a break here, but if you do your fib here to here, you can see I've got it at this level, so I've probably found I'm probably waiting for it to hit this balance or fill this imbalance quite a bit. I mean, it's hit it already a tiny bit, but it's nothing major. Just waiting for it to come down a bit more. While we're above that, I'm staying in the trade. I did try 100. Stopped me out by a time. I ain't got it marked out because I did. Entered a trade around this is out where I entered a trade. That's where I entered a trade. When it came back to here, coming back out, it stopped me out by a tiny bit. And then obviously it's gone into the direction. And because this, by the way, this UK 100's had the biggest gains it's had in a long time. As you can see, there's a lot to be coming down to on the UK 100. There's imbalance everywhere. Every single pull up is imbalance. But see that it's had massive movement to the up. So the reason I tried to get in percent move up. Well, we've had all the way down here. So we've had an 18% move up, which is massive. And I was just expecting to try and get in, try and take these imbalances that are left behind. Be some of these gaps. It stops me just a tiny bit. So that is about all for my trades. Currently looking into, let me just show you this. This is what I'm currently looking into. So this was the POI on, I'm just going back to BTC a minute because there's something pretty interesting that I'm starting to try and figure out. And it's using a different site other than TradingView. Obviously using your TradingView to do your charting up. But if you look on this one here, where my limit order opened from the news, obviously, and then we had a massive reaction to the down. I'm already expecting price to go down to 18.8. That's where I would be looking at, hopefully getting in some profits, just because all these imbalances down below, we've got to come and show them at some point. So that's where I would be expecting price to go. I said this probably a few weeks ago, maybe about a week, 2 weeks ago. I said 18.8. My Scopes chart. That's where I think it might head, and that's why I had such a low target for the ADA trade. But let's just take this, take a look at this. What I'm thinking about. So just pull this to and 23,356 and 23,418. So this is the area that I have a limit order and my stop loss. Now, I've been looking at quite a few other ways to trade, and this is what I'm thinking. So remember this 23,418, 23,356. So now I've got this chart. This is on ATAS and it shows you all sorts. This blue line is my entry line. It might not be very clear this because it's not the same color as my chart, but my entry was. So we've got 23,412 marked out on the ATAS chart. So if we just put this there, and then we put this ATAS chart on, put this to here. Now, let's move this along. So if this area is my entry area. So if we zoom out, these candles here are these candles here. So what I've been doing is, and I've been like searching quite a bit, and you see this wick here, that is that wick. So that's the wick. This wick is the wick that goes straight through my POI. So this is the wick that stops me out. So we know we've got the right area on this chart. Got it right. That this one and this one. I'm not too like I say, I'm not too clever with this. Site. I've used it quite a long time ago, but I never used it to potential. And there's lots of ways to do this. Right, so this is a good feature about this. I don't know if anybody's used it or anything, but I think it's pretty powerful. This. So here's my entry, and obviously here's my stop. This blue line is where my stop loss was. So what you can do with this is, and it works if you if I'm not messing about it, I can't. So you can zoom right in and see that in this area, and it gives you specifics to the volume and trades and stuff like that. So in this area, this is the 1 hour chart. Now if we go back to this chart, and see we have, just zooming in. We've got that big one, there's the big one, there's the bullish, there's. So what we can see here, and it's pretty powerful. What we can see here is the down candle before, well, just this whole area. When you're seeing longs being opened at the top of candles, at the top of a move, it's normally a sign that it's going bearish. Now, if you have big volume like this big volume, this was the biggest volume in the candle, and that's at the top of the candle, and then obviously these are the wicks. So when you're seeing big areas, big trades going into longs, it's normally a sign of it's going to go down, if you know what I mean. So if there is shorts being opened at the top of a candle, that's a sign that it's going to go short. If there's longs being opened at the top of a candle, it's a sign it's going to go down, because longs should be at the bottom and short should be at the top, obviously, for obvious reasons, because obviously you want to long here to go up. You want the power at the bottom to go up. You don't want the power at the top, because it's not going to keep going up. And there's obviously a few guys that I watch following this, but if you just look at all the candles, when there's high volume at the top of candles, which is bearish, we go down. But then you see this massive bearish volume at the bottom. What does price do? It goes up. So it's like this is where trapped people are. And as you can see here, this was the entry candle that I used. And what happened in the candle before, the volume, this is my entry candle. This is what I marked the POI out in. let me just put where are we now? Sorry, I'm not too clever with this thing. So this was candle that I used for my, I don't know. So that, anyway, that's the candle that I used for my POI. And as you can see, the candle before and the previous candles, there's high buying at the top of the candle, which is a wick, but gets pushed back down. There's high buying at the top of the candle, which gets pushed back down. So obviously that's a sign to me that the volume to buy is not down at the bottom, it's at the top. So obviously with manipulation and that, as far as that goes, that's what the people are after, the people buying at the tops, because they're going to be trapped. And there might be somebody who's better at this than me. I mean, I've studied it before, but this is the easiest explanation I can give. They're wanting people to buy at the tops to trap them and then to push price down. So that's a sign that the bulls are weak here, and they're going to be maybe trapped. And then you get this candle here. This is my entry candle. This is my POI that I used, and this was the candle just before. And as you can see, there is sign there, sign here, and there's more. And this one, it sells at the top. You want to have selling pressure at the top of the candle. If selling pressure was at the bottom of the candle, in this case, you wouldn't be as confident as that. But I'm just going to be trying to use this kind of charting, and I will show you the guy that I follow, that I've been watching. He's pretty old, but he is pretty good. And as you can see here, it happens again. The biggest volume for buying was at the top of this candle. Obviously not the wick, the closers and that. The biggest volumes was near the top of the bullish candle. So this to me shows that it's going to be going back down, because they're trapping people at the tops. They're trapping all the buyers at the top. So if I'm using this in conjunction with my BTC trade, it's going to be pretty powerful. But now let's just see if we can see anything on. No. But like I say, for my POIs, this is what I'm going to be using as well. There's other things I'm going to be using, but this is what I'm going to be using to see what's happening around the POI. So I have this on a different screen. I have it on my laptop underneath, but I'm just trying to show you the power of it. So obviously, when I've got my chart on, I can see exactly what's happening. When I pick this POI, I can see exactly this is the POI what I've chose. What I can see what's happening in the candles before. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? The buyers are at the top, which is obviously on this particular chart, as you can see. I don't trade trend lines or anything like that, but as you can see, the buyers are at the top, are near the tops, which it's rejecting this area all the time. So it's rejected once. If we go further back, I'm not going to bore you with going all the way back, but if we went all the way back, you'd see that there'd be buyers in the top here, rejected. You see that with buyers in the top here, rejected, and you can see there's buyers in the top here, rejected. And then obviously my POI candle, the one before it, this one, you can see all the sellers at the top. So everybody's selling well, the most volume and the most sells are at the top. So for me, that is a strong POI. But as you can see, it's pretty powerful. There's other ways to trade it, and there you go again. The big volume is at the top of the candle, and the candle flies down. I mean, it's pretty powerful to look at it like. So yeah, that and you can see when you zoom out, this is the POI. You can see this massive cells at the top of this candle. So there's massive cells there. So you know that's going to be a strong area. So that's how I'm going to be using this massively, but it goes down. So I'm going to be using this as well to check the strength of the POI, or to check what's happening in that area. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? Pretty powerful tool. So where am I here? Have we got any questions? Oh, I don't think so. Right, so the program is called, and I've spoke to David about this already because it's pretty. I think it's really powerful. It's called ATAS. Just ATAS. If you just type in ATAS, and you can sign up for free. You don't have to pay anything, and it's got some really powerful tools in. You can like, where else can you see stuff like that? TradingView can't give you stuff like that. TradingView cannot give you any kind of statistics like this. It's just another thing to give, just analyze your areas. You can go all over. You can. I'm not trying to bore you. I'm just trying to show you what I'm looking into. Obviously everyone wants to. Look here, look at the size of these longs at the top. Look at the size of that long at the top. Look at this, massive. So this is the wick. There's longs being opened at the wick that are massive. And then look at the shorts that are opening at the tops. They're massive also. So when the shorts opening at the tops like that, big volume shorts, you know price is going. You know price is going down. Now if the longs was at the bottom, you'd see price go flying up, because that's where the power is. The power's there, and all the orders are there. So even if this come down and it touched all this power, it'd probably bounce straight back up. It's not, obviously it's not. There's better ways to do it, but like, it's just, I think it's just pretty good how you can you know, look again. There's massive long. Look at the size of this longs at the top, and then the price goes down. I think it's a bit powerful. That's the biggest. Well, that's the biggest volume there. But the biggest, one of the biggest volumes is at the top of the candle, near the top of the candle, and it flies straight down. So everyone who's putting longs in up here are getting trapped. You know, you can see it. Oh, so explain it. Look, shorts at the bottom of candles, big shorts at the bottom of candles. Price goes up. Big longs at the bottom of candles. Price goes up. Longs coming through. Price goes up. It's pretty powerful. So yeah, and you can sign up for that for free. It's free for lifetime for crypto. Another thing I've been using as well is just but yeah, to see that kind of information in that little area is, I think it's really good. Just for that, just for them few candles there, and I can see how much buyers and how much sellers are in that area, because that's my chosen POI. So I think it's very powerful. And obviously, when it comes to the area, it flew down. So, I mean, this was a news candle and it put me in, but it only wicks me out by a tiny bit. Obviously, I could have, and if there were no news there, and I seen all them, or I set my limit order there anyway. It was just I didn't realise news were going to be there, but it just bounced straight back out. But just for the power of seeing, marking this out on chart and thinking, right, I'll just check ATAS, see what ATAS is, see what's happening in the last in that area or the last few candles. Is there more buyers? Is there more sellers? Where's the volume? If the buying volume's at the top, it's going to go down. If the buying volume's at the bottom, you'd think it'd go up and break back up. But yeah, you can see it's pretty. So another thing I've been using is this is something Johnny showed me. This is pretty cool. I don't know how legit this is, but it's. I think this is pretty cool as well. So it shows you all your longs and shorts. This is AGGR. This is another AGG. Look, it's AGGR trade. That's what you look for. AGGR trade. It's this one. And there's obviously tutorials on it, and you can set templates up and that. But I'm just going to quickly show you what I've got set up on it. So you can see it plays your sounds as well. William showed it us other day, and it's like got me thinking. So I did a bit of research on it, and I don't know how legit this program is, but it seems pretty good when you compare it. So what have I got here? I've set myself a little template up. Obviously, I've got my volume. So now these lines here, I've got cumulative data, volume delta for spot and for perpetuals. So what I've been doing is looking for divergences in these two lines. Let me just turn price. You can do all sorts with this. Absolutely all sorts. There's loads of stuff. If you go down to here into the bottom corner, you can turn your audio on, or you can do settings, and you can add templates and stuff like that. There's people on what's it called now? I forget what it's called. David's got some code there and that. It's like where alt coders put the code. I'm not a coder, so I don't use it that often. But the place where what gives you free templates on it, then you can download them straight to the chart. But what I've got here, and I've watched a guy do it, is obviously the green one is the spot. So obviously that's just your normal buying on markets, and you can add different markets as well. You can add quite a few indicators. There's not a lot of indicators, but you can add quite a few. You can import them, so if you get some, you can add all your SMAs, Ichimoku Cloud, EMAs, Bollinger Bands. You can all markets. This is so for BTC, this would be BTC on every single exchange, and it'll just give you the lines like this. You can add all sorts to it. But what I've got these on for is you're looking for it. You can be looking for divergences. So as you can see, where is it? Just add it up. Right, yeah. So the blue one is the perpetuals, and the green one is the spots. So you can see the spots are going down, but the perpetuals are going up. So I'm not going to put the bars on yet, but just say this is a break. Just say like on my, you can see my line here. I don't know if you can draw and stuff on this yet. I'm literally pretty new to it, but this is pretty. This could be pretty powerful as well. And if you could get these lines in TradingView can't give you these lines. They can give you something called cumulative data. delta, but it won't be the actual. It won't be real. It won't be legit because they can't provide the data. They can't provide that sort of information. Well, that's what I'm led to believe, and that's what I've researched anyway. So what we're doing here is we're looking for divergences between spot and perpetual. So obviously spot is the main source. It's going down. I know everyone will think perpetuals is, but obviously perpetuals would be the manipulation. So you can see here spots going down, but the perpetuals goes in the other way. So imagine this being this line where my mouse is. Imagine this being one of my lines of breaker structure, or CTS, and you're looking to get into a trade. And we'll just say this is on TradingView, but just say these lines were on there. You look for divergences, so obviously spots going down, but perpetuals is going up. So that to me is divergence. And obviously price they both normally follow each other, but obviously the perpetuals will be manipulated. So we've got a breaker structure line around here. This is on a TradingView chart, yeah. This could be used as another confluence, as well as the one I've just showed you on ATAS. So spots going down, so you know price is going down. The price is driving down. Perpetuals is going back up, manipulation. You've done this, and then on TradingView you've fibbed your break. You've fibbed your breaker structure wave or your CTS wave, whatever it is, and you found an institutional candle here, and then price pushes. The price gets pushed. The perpetuals price gets pushed into the institutional candle, and then bounces down. But what happens is the perps will always follow the spot. That it happens. It happens everywhere. You can see it. The perps will always follow the spot, as you can see, and it works. It works in different ways. You can see if you load the chart up on TradingView, and this is free as well, AGGR trade, this is free as well, and there's an actual video of this teaching this. I'm not a teacher on this. I'm not too clever about this, but obviously it makes sense when you look at it. So you can see the perpetuals is pushing price down even further than the spots buys are. You can just see the divergences in them. So, but they will always try and meet up like this and follow each other nicely. But when you see divergences, something going, you know what I mean? You know you can like try and get in a trade in these areas, kind of thing. So all you're looking at is the divergences between between the spot and the perpetuals. See, when they break up, the charts are absolutely. Where were that now? Where's all my bars gone? See, it's not. I don't know how to auto fix it, you know, to the same. But I'll send the video. But obviously, you can see here this is the spot buy, and this is the perpetuals. So obviously, it's there's a divergence in there. Same as it because they don't marry up. You can't see it as clear. But you can see, obviously, the price following the perpetuals. This is your breaker structure down. You fib this area from that to that. I don't know if you can all see this. I don't move the chart anymore because this shows it nicely. So you've got your spot. Price will always, these prices, the perpetuals and the spot will always try and join into each other. They'll always try and follow each other nicely. But once you're seeing this bit of manipulation, so if you're fibbing from there to there on TradingView and you're finding an institutional candle in this area, now obviously this is, I don't know what time frame this is, but you would have got a nice institutional candle there. And if you would have checked this chart as well as your TradingView chart, you would have seen spot being right down here. So that's a divergence. The perpetuals is going up, but the spot's going down. So you know that once you get here, with this divergence, perps up and spot down, you know that price is going to go back down to meet this area. So you don't know, nothing, like I say, nothing's guaranteed, but just a funny, it's just another bit of, I don't know, easier way to have a bit more confidence in your trade. I mean, Bybit don't. I mean, Bybit, TradingView don't show it. You can't give you these lines, but this does. This thingy. So you can see as it's pulled back into this, it's broke out of this here. It's about a break of structure to the down. Well, it would be a CTS because we're already in a downtrend. It would have pulled back into an area of your POI or something. You would have had a limit order waiting. You would have seen this on this chart and know that perpetuals has just manipulated up to then go on back, join back in the spot price. So that's just another thing I've been looking at. I'll show you exactly what the guy. This is the ATAS guy I'm following. Bitcoin trading is very old. He's not got lots of subscribers, but he's very. And if you look at this one here, ATAS, if you go onto his playlist, ATAS, analyze crypto like institutions. Click on that. This is all about the ATAS. Oh, this is all about the ATAS. This is all about the ATAS stuff. It gives you strategies that are pretty good. And you'll see what he does. He uses all sorts, but he's obviously a professional with this stuff. I'm not. So if you want to see anything on that ATAS, follow this guy and have a look at his stuff. It's really neat. Some of the stuff he's got is really neat. He's got a lot of videos, but some of the stuff he's got on ATAS is really neat. He's only got a few videos on it, but you'll get the gist of it. And then obviously you'll be able to see what I'm talking about when I say you can see where the power is in the market and where it's heading, where you think it's going, where you can see on ATAS, you can see obviously there's all sorts you can use on it. There's smart DOM. You can use all your instruments. Okay. And this obviously, let me just make this a bit bigger. He has a trading style on this as well. It's something to do with where the volumes are in the orders against the sells in that area and stuff like that. Is really good. If you'd like to have a look into it, it goes more in depth than I do. I'm just like a beginner with that ATAS, to be fair. I've also found this and I've sent it to David, which I think's pretty cool as well. I know David's big in. This is why I've sent it to him. I know he's big into his machine learning. Let me just delete. Just delete that off and on. If you type in TradingView machine and you pick this one by JD Horty, that one, just loading. I maybe should have put it on a chart. It's not. It's got trade stats there, but I wouldn't take them as anything, to be fair. But there's a guy on here that I've sent it to David. David's already seen it, and the entries, once the bar closes and that entry's there, you can enter on the next candle and have your stop loss. So you'll have to watch the video on that. I'll put a link into it in chat or something. Obviously, it's not perfect. The weaker this color is obviously the actual indicator feels like it's a weak signal. So obviously the brighter the color, it feels like it's a strong signal. Go over this. There's all sorts. It does RSI, CCI, ADX. It does all sorts. You can't set alerts on it and that, but I've sent it to David. He can go through it. But it's an actual machine learning. If you want to check that out, it's pretty cool what it does, because it does something with when news events are on or something. It's constantly configuring when news events are on. See, I don't understand all. I've read into it and I've searched it last couple of days, but this is what it does. It gives you a better better entries and stuff. You'll have to read into it, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool indicator. It's got loads of explanations on it. It does all sorts. It's literally machine learning. The code it's an open source, but code's massive for it, so there's a lot into it. Hopefully David can do something with it. It's an actual guy who does it. I'll just quickly see on my phone and I'll be able to put the you can see some of the signals are pretty solid, like obviously some aren't, but some are. The video I watched, the guy adds an RSI and he only takes the long signals if the RSI is above 50, and he only takes the short signals if the RSI is below 50. And he gets some pretty good entries with it. Give me 1 second and I will put the find the guy who's done it. Sohail PKO. This one here, if you watch this video, it's a brand new video. So put that into put that in there and watch that video and show your indicator, and that is pretty good, pretty neat. Right, yeah. Put the link into that AI bot thing. Quite a few, but it's pretty good, pretty neat. I think that's about all I've got for today, anyway. These are just some sites I use to follow news. This is a good site as well. Shows you the most active, not the most rising coin, like not the most one that's price is going up the most. It just shows you top 10 busiest cryptos or whatever. That's pretty good. That's what I'll watch to think about news. I think that's about all I've got today for you anyway, guys. Just check if we've got any questions. David, are you going to have a look at that to indicate that machine learning one? Did you watch the video? Right, anyway, yeah, so look at that ATAS as well. That ATAS, that's pretty cool. And obviously the guy I said to watch, he's got masses on it. There's quite a few people that use that ATAS, and they give you like all ways to trade, and it's watching it. You get lost in it because there's quite a lot to take in, and there's quite a lot. There's simple strategies. Simple strategies where you can just catch trapped buyers and that. But I mean, it might be something you can look into, David, and it's something other than TradingView. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's about it from me today. Unless anyone's got any questions to write. If not, I'll get on with it. Oh, I am gonna be as well. I know I said it last week, but I'm gonna do some short videos on the strike because some people are still some people are still not too sure about ways to do things. I'm still getting a few questions and that, so still struggling. So I'm just gonna do a couple of little videos and I will tag them in here and maybe put them on my YouTube. I just hadn't had time to do anything really this week. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys, and I will see you all on my next one. Oh. See you later, guys. Let me know if anybody finds out good with that ATAS. I'm digging right into it lately as well. Yeah, give me 1 second and I'll find it for you. Here. If you just type in machine, and it's this one by JD Horty. Just get a clip of that. Machine. It's a pretty new indicator, so I know David loves his machine learning stuff. And obviously the YouTube video to it is there. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot. William, cheers, man. And I'll see you all. Bye.